This Hari Raya, there will be no prayers at mosques,
Not being able to meet up at the mosque is also something that we miss.
no shopping at bazaars,
My products are worth about $400,000. I will definitely be in deep trouble.
and no visits from extended family.
Tidak bergaul dengan anak-anak itu, ada kesunyian begitu.
What will it take to keep the spirit of this Hari Raya alive?
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for a good meeting. Welcome to my home office. Whenever I have the meeting, I have to have this on. I have to put this around so that my family knows that the microphone is on.
This year, the circuit breaker is forcing Rahayu Buang, her husband, and their 3 daughters to spend Ramadan away from their extended family and friends.
We make sure that we spend time to break fast with family. That includes my elderly parents as well. This year, we're not able to do that. So it's really a very strange feeling.
Rahayu's family is not alone. Singapore has over 500,000 Muslims who will observe a very different Ramadan this year. The circuit breaker extends right into the first week of Hari Raya, a joyous festival for Muslims to mark the end of a month of fasting.
It's a special day in that you get to see the whole clan together. On the first day of Hari Raya in the morning, it's important for us to go to the mosque to do the Hari Raya prayers. It's a short prayer, but it's fun to see everyone, and everyone will be wishing each other Selamat Hari Raya. Then you get dressed up nicely to go visiting. You will see families with all color themes. That's the fun part of visiting.
But none of these gatherings are possible this year. What's even more painful for Rahayu is the separation from her parents.
So this is the block that I live in, and that's where my parents live. Just like about 5 minutes walk away.
Rahayu's father, Haji Buang, is 86 years old, and her mother, Haja Aziza, is 79. Their daily visits with Rahayu and her children have been reduced to socially distanced meetings once a week.
Assalamualaikum. Ni ada barang. Terima kasih. Ni, tolong ni. Okey, bagus.
Okey, baik.
Malam ni masak apa?
Kami buat persevere.
They always, invite me to come in and they tell me things like, oh, this drama that I'm watching now is no good. My grandmother will call me all the time. What are you doing now? I'm at work. I can't talk to you right now. She's like, oh, okay. Oh, do you know that later I plan to cook this?
Ini memang kali yang pertama tidak bergaul dengan anak-anak itu dalam bulan Ramadan. Ada kesunyian begitu.
Okay lah. DJ Angga nak balik. Okay, bye. I feel a bit bad that I have to leave them really quickly. You can hear like the sadness in their voice. I can see on their face. Yeah, they really don't want you to go.
Geylang Serai is a cultural hub, but this bustling market is now a ghost town. The bright lights have gone, and the colorful bazaars that pop up ahead of Hari Raya are all cancelled.
The first bazaar that was in 1975, my dad had already had a stall at that time.
Feroz Abdullah grew up in Geylang Serai. The bales of cloth in his father's shop were his playground.
From a very young age, I've been helping my dad. I used to love to go to the bazaar to enjoy the bazaar atmosphere.
Today, Feroz runs his own boutique in Juchet complex, selling traditional Malay clothes. And he's had stalls at the bazaar for the last 29 years. Until now.
Every year, I will rent 10 booths in the Geylang Serai Bazaar, and I will hire 10 to 12 staff for the bazaar.
Kami dari Climate Musica ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada semua pelanggan-pelanggan Climate Musica.
One weekend, one bazaar location will be able to achieve at least 30K sales. Actually, the Ramadan period itself makes up 70% of the sales the whole year.
The Geylang Serai Bazaar is Singapore's most popular Hari Raya bazaar. It's a heady mix of food, fashion and bright lights, making it the focal point of all festivities. But this year, the field where the bazaar is usually held is bare.
These are all meant to be sold during the festive season. From the male collection, female collection, prayer mats, scarves. All together, in total, my products are worth about $400,000. We are going to be in deep trouble. It's a lot of stock and it's a lot of money. We can keep it, but of course, we have to incur warehouse costs. It's about $25,000 to $30,000 for 1 year.
The government is paying for 75% of his staff's salaries during the circuit breaker. And HDB is waiving his shop rental for 2 months. But with most of his money locked up in unsold goods, cash flow is now Feroz's biggest problem.
3 months after the Raya season, we will need to actually import the regular items. We will need the cash at that time to purchase those goods. So we are pretty badly stuck, actually.
They all also have to adhere to the safe distancing also.
I'm putting everybody at risk, seriously. But we have to constantly remind ourselves that maybe this is the only normalcy for them this year.
Fadila Wahid is the executive producer of Surya Channel's Sinar Lebaran. It's the channel's top-rated variety show that has ushered in Hari Raya Puasa every year since the 1970s.
This is one of the programs whereby you see the Malay culture, that we incorporate all the modern and the traditional in one platform. I remember watching Sinar Lebaran as a kid. For me, it's part of a family tradition. We have Singaporeans who are living overseas watching it. They tell us it feels that they're coming home.
Sinar Lebaran usually has over 100 performers and crew and is filmed in front of a live audience of 1,200 people. This year's pandemic is presenting Fadila with a unique problem: how to keep her stars and staff safe while running a large-scale production.
Saya tak rindu dengan Bazaar Ramadan, suasana di Geylang Serai.
First of all, mosques are closed. Then after that, when we take out this big Ramadan Bazaar and then also stay at home, making people nervous.
Yang penting kita tetapkan semangat Raya Bersatu. Syabas.
I think it's quite important just to give people a sense of normalcy for a while, for 2 hours, whereby, hey, actually, okay, something has not changed.
Saya cakap sinar, awak semua cakap lebaran, okey?
Boleh.
Sinar!
It's all changed for this year's Sinar Lebaran. The ban on gatherings means no live audience, and safe distancing measures must be observed on and off stage.
Walaupun jarak kita jauh, tapi secara fizikal aja.
We have to look back at the choreography to really analyze, that dancers standing close to each other. So we have to constantly remind people. Then the other measure is reducing contact.
Asnida Daud dan juga Sugar Jeffrey dengan lagu Suasana Hari Raya di rumah mereka sendiri.
One of the major things was to have some of the performances to be shot at home.
Showbiz couple Sharif and Malak is one of 9 acts who will not be performing at the theatre.
Sinar Lebaran is a huge scale kind of show, but because of this situation, the only option is to actually film at home.
The show's new format is a logistical nightmare for Fadila. Can she pull off the channel's biggest night of the year? The closure of all 70 mosques during Islam's holiest month has been a major blow for Singapore's 500,000 Muslims.
So we're doing a drive past the mosque that we normally attend during Ramadan. And as you can see, it's closed. The mosque is closed.
Salatul Tarawih Rakataini Jamiatan Rahimakumullah.
Rahayu's family is performing the Tarawih prayer. It is a special prayer for Ramadan, but it's usually observed at the mosque.
It does feel a bit strange to do Tarawih prayers at home. So in my house, my husband would be the imam. He's the only man in the house.
But some believe that the Prophet Muhammad performed most of his Tarawih prayers at home, and they have now come full circle.
In terms of the religious aspect, I think we can perform our duties as per normal. But in terms of the community aspect of doing it, not being able to meet up with friends and neighbors at the mosque is something that we miss. It's a lot quieter this year, so that's a little difficult for me.
After COVID-19 cancelled the Hari Raya bazaars, businessman Feroz Abdullah has been left with $400,000 worth of goods. His only solution is to sell them online. Feroz is getting help from his former bazaar staff.
Hello guys! Please help me like and share.
So why do you start at 9 p.m?
Usually, right, our breakfast, Muslim, right, will finish about 7 plus. Then they will have their Maghrib prayers. And then at 8 plus, they will have their Isha prayers. So I think that's the best timing we will start the live. So everybody will just start to scroll Facebook and we'll see our live. So this is Baby Blue, okay guys?
On the best day, we have 15 customers and they will definitely order 2 to 3 sets. So our revenue will be 700 to 900.
For tonight, I hope that I'll be able to get at least 20 to 30 customers.
Hello everyone. Okay, today we're gonna start doing our Adi Putra's collection, okay?
Due to the circuit breaker restrictions, many Hari Raya bazaar vendors are moving their trade online.
Korang boleh nampak tak berpesak? Okay, so korang tak akan rasa ketat pun dekat korang punya area armpit. Okay, bye.
It's 10 p.m. Live streaming has come to an end, and Feroz is tallying up sales for the night.
For now, as I can see, we only got 4 customers that have confirmed the order. We have another 4 pending. I don't see much of our older customers. They prefer the old school method, coming to the shop physically, trying it out. Okay, thank you. Thanks. Okay, Ian. Bye. Thanks. Some of the collection are only meant for the festive season, so we have to keep the whole stock for the next following year.
So what we'll do today is all links, 3 song items, and that's it.
It's not just businesses that face a challenging Hari Raya. Singapore's entertainment industry is learning to adapt to the new normal.
We had to segregate people in their own zone, which we never had done it before. To me, the last time was just like, okay, makeup artists there, singers there, and dancers over there. But now it's really, we have to dissect every single person in Sinar Lebaran.
Sinar Lebaran's director Fadila Wahid is having a hard time restricting the number of people on stage.
We had to make a very tough decision to say no to the live band. Usually the musicians will spend about 3 hours, sitting very close to each other. So that is definitely breaking the rule. Some of the musicians, they are freelance musicians, most of their gigs for this year is being cancelled. Now I have to drop the bomb, right, saying that, sorry guys, we can't have you for Sinar Lebaran. So it's very tough, seriously, for everyone in the production team.
The live band's been replaced by a music track, but Fadila faces another problem: getting the dancers to rehearse together without ever meeting.
Bada asked me, it's like, how kak? I'm like, I still don't know how to answer, because it's definitely nothing that I faced ever before. So that's where he came up, I think, with the rehearsals via Zoom.
Let's start with Selamat Hari Raya.
Fadila's choreographer, Badaruddin Hassan, has 2 decades of professional dance experience. But he's now in uncharted territory.
Internet bandwidth in every house is very different. So I have dancers which is lagging, I have dancers which is too fast. No, Dewi, not side. Ke depan.
Dewi, you need to turn your body, chest to your hand.
When I say turn right, on screen I might see that, oh, they are turning left.
We have to video record ourselves and then maybe wait a few minutes for us to get a reply from the group to point out our mistakes and rectify the steps.
Ian, you're doing the wrong thing again. From here. See. When you are teaching a choreography that you really need to show, you really need to be hands-on physically together with the dancers. But through virtual, it is really, really difficult. Again, stop. Come on. Look at Harun first, Ian. Look at Harun first.
The dancers won't be able to physically rehearse together until a few hours before they are due on stage.
No, again. Ian, you're wrong. I'm extremely worried for their performance on the recording days. Yeah, very worried.
Feroz Abdullah has been left with $400,000 worth of unsold clothing stock after the circuit breaker measures closed the Hari Raya festive bazaars.
We have achieved up to about 12% of the total goods that we have brought in.
How many places are we going today, right?
7.
Feroz has decided to give his service the personal touch by hand delivering his goods with help from his youngest son, Arif.
I wanted them to try out the outfit. Should they find that the outfit doesn't really fit them well, then I will take back the goods and make an exchange for them.
I just hang at the gate. It's contactless delivery. I don't see them, they don't see me. It's safer that way.
The recovery will take a long time. I am looking at about at least a year.
It's like really stressful for him as well that business is down this year because it's a first for him. It really takes a toll on me too, and I feel stressed too.
I feel very good that my son is helping me out. In fact, it actually eased my burden. One of the qualities that a Muslim should have is to be patient during the time of tests and trials. That was my advice to him, and he actually reminded me. During this circuit breaker period, in fact, I've been spending more time reading the Quran together with my sons. It helps me to actually calm me down. I knew that I've tried my best. I have never gave up hope.
79-year-old Haja Aziza finds her home unbearably quiet.
Tahun-tahun yang lepas kita dapat berjumpa, terus mesra sama-sama anak cucu. Ini kita terpaksa duduk berdua lah dengan pakcik aja.
Rasa macam kurang selesa je. Dan tidak dapat keluar ke mana, jadi kita bikin kerja di rumah. Kita bersihkan rumah setiap hari. Jadi daripada itu saya siram pokok dekat luar, kemas-kemas rumah itu aja lah.
Haji Buang and Haja Aziza live across the street from their daughter Rahayu and their 3 grandchildren. The circuit breaker has stopped their daily family visits. So to combat loneliness, they're learning how to make video calls on WhatsApp.
Hi, Nenek. Hi, Nenek. Okay, Nenek. Terima kasih, Kuih-Kuih. Terima kasih bagi Kuih-Kuih. Pokoknya jawab sikit dia. Nenek, no diri kat sana bangkit lagi bagus. Sophie, what do you want to do?
Yes. I'll do putting up the lights.
Okay, I'll help you with that.
Okay. It's important to be hopeful that things will get better. Little milestones is important for us to celebrate and to keep things as normal as possible.
With just 2 weeks to Hari Raya, recording begins for Suria's star-studded Sinar Lebaran.
We are here at the level 2 makeshift makeup area. We have 6 individual makeup kiosks, and this is how it's spread out.
Sepasang kurung biru yang akan dinyanyikan oleh Farhan Shah.
Your body is very weird. I know this safe distancing is killing them. But make it naturally, please, for them.
The Hari Raya special is usually pre-recorded to avoid the fasting month. But putting in place all the safety measures has pushed the recording into the middle of Ramadan, creating more challenges for the production. The circuit breaker has prevented the dancers from meeting to rehearse, and in less than an hour, they'll be performing together on stage for the first time.
Yeah, very worried. We only have short period of time to calibrate their energy and to do their synchronization in the new space.
It's different compared to what we rehearse through Zoom. The vibe is different.
Finally, the moment of truth for Badarudin and his dancers.
You ready?
Can zoom in. And go 5. Raya. And 2, zoom in. Lekaslah. Sama siap suara aku. And 4. 1. And 2. 1. And zoom in 1. Okay, I'm happy. Everybody happy?
I'm quite pleased with my dancers' performance today. It's fasting month. The communication and the energy that the dancers give is quite slow, but they pick it up along the way.
Hopefully, we are able to lift the people's spirit up when they watch our performance. For us to, connect together as one, even though we are apart. Yeah, it feels gratifying. Can't wait for time to eat.
After months of preparing it, it's quite heartwarming to see that despite everything, everybody wants to do this and to make it happen. After this experience, I felt that no matter what comes, I guess, we can overcome anything.
Right now, we have a certain cause that pulls the whole society together for us to help stay positive and to overcome this pandemic.
I am confident that after these difficult moments, there will be ease.